And hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Uri and I'm so excited to share with you that I started a new video series to share with you how I learned how to crochet. In video number 2, we are going to learn how to do a half double crochet and double crochet. I'm going to share with you how you can switch from one yarn color to the other, or when you need to add a new ball of yarn to your project. I'm going to share with you how you can weave the ends in your project. So let's get going. Let me share with you the foundations of crocheting.
Uri Designs, unique expressions.
So this is the swatch that I prepared for lesson number 1 and number 2. If you missed number 1, I'm going to add the link of the video in the description box. In today's video, we're going to learn how to do the half double crochet, which is the one in white, and the double crochet in yellow. The green part is for lesson number 1, but today we're going to learn first how to switch from one color to the other, or how to start with a new ball of yarn, technically when you need to add a new yarn into the project. So let's get started. So now let me show you how to add a new color yarn. In my case, I'm going to start with a new stitch with a different color yarn. Now, in the case that you have a project that you run out of yarn and you need a new ball of yarn, you do the same. So you cut this one here because you're not going to use it anymore. So let me show you how to finish the last stitch before you start the new ball of yarn or the new color. So right here, I'm going to finish the last stitch, and this is a single crochet. So let's do that. Right here on the last stitch, I'm going to put my hook inside. I'm going to yarn over, put it through. Now I have 2 loops, but I'm not going to finish this stitch. I'm going to finish the stitch with the new yarn instead. Okay, so I grab a new yarn. In this case, it's the white one. I'm going to put it over here and hold it. Okay, and then put it through. So in that way, I am starting a new color in this case, or I'm starting a new ball of yarn. So now let's start with half double crochet. To do half double crochet, you need to start with 2 chains up to then start a new row. So let's do 1 and 2. I'm going to tie this here, and I'm going to grab the green yarn and the white yarn, and I'm going to make 2 knots. Secure it enough, but don't tie it too much because you don't want to pull too much. And after, I'm going to show you at the end of this video how to weave in the ends. But now the fun part begins. Let me show you how to make a new stitch. This is again 2 chains that I did. I turn around my work. Okay, so let's start with the half double crochet. We did 2 chains up. This is going to be count as the new post or the new stitch, in this case the half double crochet. So you do this, you yarn over and you put your hook in the second space here. Not this one, because this one already is being taken by the 2 chains up. So yarn over, you put your hook right here in the second one. Yarn over, pull your yarn through. Now you have 3 loops. You yarn over and then you put your hook through all loops. Let's do more. Yarn over, put your hook here, yarn over, pull it through. You now have 3 loops. Yarn over and you pull it all the way. Yarn over, put it here, pull it through, 3 loops, yarn over, and put your hook through all loops. This is a half double crochet. Okay, yarn over, put your hook here, yarn over, pull it through, and then all the way. Now we're gonna continue making half double crochet. Until we reach here, and then we're going to count all our stitches. Okay, so almost there, so let's do a few more. Okay, so as you can see, I have one more stitch here and then the chain. Okay, so it'll be 2 more half double crochet to make. Let's do one here, and then the last one is always harder because it's a chain instead of the half double crochet. So you just yarn over, and then you put your hook in the chain. This is the hardest one, but use your fingers to go in. And then yarn over and put it all the way. Now, to start a new row, you're gonna have to do 2 chains up again, 1 and 2. And then we turn over our work, but you can already see that this is straight. And that's the important part of it, to keep it straight. So now you turn over your work, and we're gonna continue making half double crochet, but same concept. This is the first bar, so this one belongs to this space. You're gonna go here. If you go here, you're gonna be adding another stitch, and it's very important that you keep the same stitch count. And by the way, let's count them before we start a new row. Let's see. Let's do this. Always pull your loop long like this so nothing unravels. Okay, so let's count our stitches starting here. You can see it right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And this is the chains up, okay? So we're good. Okay, so we turn over our work, grab your yarn with your left. Now we're gonna do more half double crochet again, not in here, because this one belongs to that one. You're gonna do here. Okay, so here, so you go into the second one, and you yarn over, pull it through 3 loops, yarn over through all the loops. Okay, and this is going to look kind of different here. You're gonna see like a little bit more space here, but once you pull the next row, it's going to even out. So you keep going until you reach the end. Okay. And this is happening because the tension of my yarn is too tight. So I have to do this. Okay, to make it easier. And I'm going to continue making a few more rows, and I suggest you do the same until you feel comfortable with the stitch, and I meet you at the end. Okay, so now I finished 6 rows of half double crochet. I am going to finish my last stitch here, but first because I know that I'm going to be changing colors and I'm going to start with a new yarn. I'm going to just cut here, leaving a long tail, so I can start with my new color. In this case, going to be yellow. Okay, so what I'm going to do is yarn over, put my hook through the last stitch here, then yarn over, pull it through, and I'm going to have 3 loops. But instead of finishing the last step of my half double crochet with white, I'm going to finish it with a new color, the new yarn. And I'm going to grab and put it right here over my hook, hold it here and put it through. So I finish my half double crochet with the new yarn. And I'm going to tie it on the back to secure it all together. So I'm going to grab the white and the yellow. Okay. And I'm going to do 2 knots. And at the end, we're going to weave in the ends. Okay, so now let's do the fun part, a new stitch to learn. And this is double crochet. For double crochet, we're going to start by doing 3 chains up. So it's going to be 1, 2, not too big, 3. Okay, so I'm going to turn on my work, write this, hold my yarn. We're going to yarn over and we're going to put the hook right here in the second one. This one's going to count as my first bar for this space. So I'm going to do here and I'm going to go yarn over, pull it through. I have 3 loops, yarn over, put it through this first 2 loops. Now I have 2 loops, yarn over and put it through the last 2 loops. And I'm going to do another one here in the next space available. Yarn over, pull it through, 3 loops, yarn over, put it through the first 2 loops. Now I have 2 more loops, yarn over and put it through the last 2 loops. Yarn over, put it in the next available stitch, yarn over, pull it through 3 loops, yarn over, pull it through the first 2 loops. Now I have 2 loops, yarn over, pull it through the last 2 loops. Let's do a few more. Okay, yarn over, put it in the next available stitch. Now I have 3, yarn over, put it in the first 2, 2 more, yarn over, put it on the last 2. And I'm going to continue making double crochet until I reach the end right here, and I'll meet you there. Okay, so we're almost done. At the end of the double crochet first row, we're going to make sure that we grab the last here. Okay, so we're gonna just put our hook through the top of the chains, and we're gonna do yarn over, put it through the first 2 loops, yarn over, put it through the last loop. And now we're going to go up 1, 2, and 3, and we're gonna turn over our work, and we're gonna start with the second row of double crochet, yarn over, And same concept, this is the first one, the first bar, so we're gonna go here. The second one, we're gonna just yarn over, put it through the second, yarn over, put it through the last. And we're gonna just continue making double crochet and making sure that my tension here is good. Okay, so we're gonna continue making double crochet, 3 loops, yarn over, put it through the first 2 loops. Now you have 2 loops, yarn over, put it through the last 2 loops. And we're gonna continue making double crochet until we reach the other side and complete the second row. Making sure that I grab both loops right here. Okay? Both loop. Right here, you see how my hook is underneath the 2 loops. Yarn over, put it through the first 2 loops. Yarn over, put it through the last 2 loops. Yarn over, put your hook, the 2 loops, yarn over, pull it through. Now you have 3 loops, yarn over, put it through the first 2 loops. Now you have 2 loops, yarn over, put it through the the last 2 loops. Now I'm going to continue making double crochet and making sure that when I get here, I grab this here on the top and count my stitches, okay? So I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so now we're gonna almost finish the second row of double crochet. We have 2 more to go. It's easy to see this one here, but this one here is the chain. So we're gonna have another one here on top, okay? Making sure we grab those 3 chains on top. Okay, yarn over, and then you put it on the top of the chain. Put it through, you have 3 loops. Yarn over, you put your yarn through the first 2 loops. Now you have 2 loops, yarn over, put it through. So that is the last double crochet. We're gonna do 3 chains up. We're gonna turn it around, and we're gonna continue making double crochet. And same thing, you're gonna just skip this one, do it right here on the second one. Turn over, put it here. Okay. And we're gonna continue until we hit here at the end. Okay, so now we're gonna finish row 3, and we still have 2 more to go. 1 here and 1 on top of the 3 chains up. So yarn over, put your hook through both loops here on the top, making sure you grab both. Yarn over, pull your yarn through. You have 3 loops here. Yarn over, put it through the first 2 loops. Yarn over, put it through the last 2. Now we're gonna do the last one here, which is on top of the 3 chains. This is probably hardest. Just put your hook through the top as best as you can, using your fingers to help you. Yarn over and put it through. Okay, and then you have 3 loops. Yarn over, put it through the first 2 loops. Yarn over, put it through the 2 loops. Okay, so that's going to be more or less the way it's going to start looking. And we're going to continue making more double crochet until you want. Keep practicing. It's up to you how many rows. I'm going to do probably the same amount, the same height here on with the yellow, doing the double crochet. I estimate that's going to be like around 5 rows, so maybe I'm going to do 2 more, and then I meet you at the end to show you how to end the project and weaving the ends. Okay, so pretty much we're done with this swatch. Then again, if you would like to practice more, do these sections longer, taller, because the more you practice, the better you get at the stitches. Okay, so we're gonna finish here. We're gonna do 2 more. We're gonna do yarn over, put the hook right here, yarn over, put it through the second loop, yarn over, put it through the last 2 loops. And again, making sure that we grab the chain for the last stitch. So yarn over and putting my hook right here on top of the 3rd chain. That's probably hardest. Okay, so yarn over, put it through the second loop, yarn over, put it through the last loop right here. Okay, so we're going to cut the yarn, leave a long tail better, and then we're gonna make kind of like a chain to make a knot, and that's it. We finished the project. Again, this was lesson number 1 in my first video from this series, and this is a half double crochet and this is the double crochet. Now I'm going to share with you how to weave the ends. Okay, to weave the ends, I use our yarn needle, and let me show you how to select where to weave the ends. Okay, so you know already that this is the right side. You were working on it. This is the last one, so always weave the ends on the back side. At the beginning, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be hard for you to tell the difference, but you can see it on the post, kind of like this is the right side and this is the back side. And because you're going in the rows like that, you can see the difference between the way they finish. This looks better than this, so we're gonna weave in the ends on the back. Okay, and very simple, just go here and grab all these loops in the rows like this and put the yarn through. Don't tie it too much because you don't want to kind of make too noticeable, but just a little bit, and that's all it is. You weaving the ends that way. And what I like to do is to go opposite direction a couple of times if you think it's needed. Okay, so go in opposite directions, and that's it. Once you do, I like to grab only one at a time, and once I do that and I feel that it's secure enough, I just cut it, and that's it. Okay, so that's the way to weaving the ends. And I'm going to hide the other ends with each color, like the yellow with the yellow and the white with the white and the green with the green. And as you can see, it's pretty straight, so it pays off to count your stitches. So what do you think? I hope you found this video tutorial easy to follow. Please let me know if you have any questions. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this, and hit the bell notification so every time I upload a new video, you will be notified. Until next time, goodbye.